Yeah. What up?
What's going on?
All right. Oh, season 2, episode 20-something. I kind of lost count. Got to go figure it out and get it back on track with the numbers. But we got right below me, Jay Fishman's photography. Get it right. Don't say it wrong. What's up, dude? How's it going? But
Come on.
I got some lists, and we do got a joke. We got 2 lists because last Thursday I wasn't able to come on, and I promised you guys another top 10 dad joke list, so I got that. And then I do got another top 10 list to go over tonight to play along, and it's the top 10 worst non-venomous snake bites. And leave that one out because I think that'll be pretty easy. Like, what snake bites would hurt the worst, in your opinion? But we're going to get the joke taken care of. I did this 5 minutes ago. That's why, 2 minutes ago? That's why we're a minute late, because James just literally sent it to me. Been on him all week, and he sent it to me
last minute.
Yep, last minute. You know what he said? Oh, I forgot. LOL.
So what's up, y'all? It's Jungle Jim again here, and I got a joke for y'all tonight. So why did the cow win an award? Because she was outstanding in her field. You get it? That's funny. I know. I'm funny. I'm really.
He's a chooch.
I don't know what happened to the rest of that video, but I'm sure she's whoever is outstanding in the field. You want to get to the chat, Justin?
Hey, I got you. Let's do it. All right, we got first up. We got Blakers. Come on,
Blakers.
Yo, G. What up?
Then we got Duval. What's up, Mike?
Duval. What up, dude?
What up,
Then
Mike?
we got Dickie Foster, Ken's favorite.
Dickie Foster.
There we go.
What's up, dude?
Foster. I keep hearing about him.
Now, that's Dickie Foster. You need to him alone. He's my buddy.
What up?
What up, Nick? Nick? I'm going, buddy. What up, brother?
Got Nikki.
What up, Nick?
What up, Nikki?
What up, Kurt?
Speaking of Nikki, we have a new video to play. When we play through our videos, we are going to start advertising the Epic, thing that's going on. So stay tuned for a video. We got it coming up for you.
Come on.
What's up, Kat?
Got Brave.
What up, Brave?
Brave! What up, dude?
Sammy.
That's the brother. Hold on. You see the paint. You know what it is.
There you go.
Uh-oh. Any
It's that
disappeared?
RWO love. It's everywhere.
The green screen took it away.
Love you, brother.
Next, RWO. Come on.
Yeah, someone in there working. Sky's the limit. What's up, dude? Thanks for coming in.
And we got Ken double dipping.
I like it. It's what I do. I don't.
Hey,
Oh yeah,
go any other way.
I'll never share the chip bowl with you.
What up, Mission? How's it going, buddy? I might triple dip in a chip bowl. I ain't gonna lie.
See?
Hey, homie Jay.
Jay.
What's up, brother? Jay from Green Line Morphs.
What up,
Deeds Not
Jay?
Words. Check them out.
See up. Got the Cookie Monster.
It's the Cookie
Right.
Man.
Sweet.
Bang, beat. What up, dude?
Let's
going?
go. Got Greg.
Greg. Here's Greg. What up, Greg?
What's up, Greg?
We lost the photo, man.
Oh,
Bring
great.
him back.
Hell yeah. Good to see you over here for show. And that might be it. I think we got it all.
I think that's about it. We're going to add him back up there. If you just fall out, we'll roll with it. Just get back on. We'll see it.
I got like this
But,
horse and buggy computer here.
Here. I can
put some wheels on it and let's roll. You know how we do. But what list you want to do first? Do you want to do the list where Yins play or the dad joke list? Don't you all answer at once now?
It's either one you want to do first.
Let's put the dad spot.
No.
You
All right.
Yins want the dad joke list or play along list? First one that comes up in the chat. Play along. All right.
Guys, what you got, Craig? You got,
I already said it was the top 10 worst non-venomous snake bites. Like, so what that means is like, what snake do you think would suck to get bit by the most? You want to start us off, Justin? Right-hand man right next to me.
what snake would suck to get bit by the most? Okay, an anaconda.
Yeah. Yes, it's 2 on the list, and Mission said retic and berm, but we're not going to take no more from you. You had your fun. Retic, green anaconda, and berm are 1, 2, and 3. So 1, 2, and 3 off the list. They're non-venomous, whatever's non-venomous. So they said black mamba, and taipan, king snake. Oh, actually, that's number 9 on the list. Thanks, Kat. Number 9. Yeah, from Kat.
GTP.
Oh, if you're listen, I'm sorry, but if you're going to yell 3 or 4, let other people play. You got 2 right. Pat yourself on the back and just be quiet a minute. Sorry, John.
What you got, Joe?
Yeah. What's up, Joe? You playing too?
Oh yeah, emerald tree boa.
Okay.
Emerald tree boa. That's number 4 on the list. Good job. Look at that.
Look
We got a
at that.
photographer getting this.
You hold
Stuff
hold
right.
the camera in your hand. You got that wrist.
No, Sky's
exposed
the one
right
that got
here.
that.
We're gonna
All
get
right.
them.
Come on. What you got, Stan?
Right. Sammy said a ball python, number 8 on the list. Good job, Sammy.
What
What do you got, Stan?
No clue. I had no clue.
Oh, you gotta have a good one. Fuck, you just got one. You got one coming in. Man, that should actually, yep.
Carpet's not on here, but that's a good guess if it's not on here. What's up, Shauna? What's up, Tommy?
I really thought that one would have been on there. Ooh, I know a good one. I know a good
close,
one. A blood python.
Yes. A blood python. That's number 5 on the list. Yep.
Yeah.
I think someone said blood all the way up in the beginning.
Yep. And John said it.
Well, if they did, I didn't see it. Rock python's not on the list.
Sammy said garden snake.
Gardner snake not on the list.
Corn
What about
snake.
Eastern
There's
indigo?
one that's obvious, and 2 of them's going to be kind of hard. They're both colubrids.
Well, Joe just said Eastern indigo.
So, Joe, you got anything else? Just kind of whip it out there.
No.
Corn snake and carpet not on the list.
So you said
Indigo not on the list.
Rat snake.
Rat snake not on the list.
Oh,
Pine
Pine
snake.
snake, no. There is a big snake that wasn't said. Like everyone said the type of pythons, but what's the other big breed of snake?
Boa.
It's not a python, it's a boa.
Boa.
Yes, boa constrictor.
Yeah.
Number
yep.
6 on the list.
Well, I'll be.
Okay.
Okay, so number 7. It's 2 words. The first word is if you're like the head of a team. You are the
Coach Whip.
they lead practices. Yes, Coach Whip. There you go.
Whip.
Number 6 or 7 on the list.
Come on. Joseph, you're killing it tonight. Let's go. What's up, Joe?
Killing
I get bit by everything, bro.
What's up, Jason?
And
By it all.
we have
Tom,
number
hey.
10 yet. And it's I don't know how to describe it. Like it's one of them north, south, east, west things. You know what I mean? So, and I'll give you that. It's a northern.
Okay.
Northern blank snake. I mean, I don't know how else to say it. If I say anything, you're going to get it. I know up here they confuse them with copperheads a lot. They don't look nothing like copperheads. Water snake. There you go, Blakers. Blakers got it. The northern water snake.
Joe said it. Joe said it at the same time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So top 10
That was the list.
worst non-venomous snake bites. 10 water snake. 9 king snake. 8 ball python. 7 coach whip. 6 ball or boa constrictor. 5 blood. 4 emerald tree boa. 3 berm. 2 anaconda. 1 retic.
Come on.
Cool.
See, I'd take anaconda at
It's a
number
nice
1.
list.
Right?
Because they're double dosing you. You know, any of these colubrids and stuff like that, those anacondas come at you like a colubrid. You're getting musked and bit. You're not just getting one thing, you're getting it all. You're getting skunked and you're bleeding.
There's
That's a big
always
skunk.
controversy in the list, but nevertheless, it was
Y'all
the
been
list,
around a
and the
good-sized
list pulls
anaconda
off.
that's
The
musked?
list is right. You were wrong.
That'd be awful.
All right, we'll get to Joe in a second. I can't wait to do this now. I'm just going to get this out of the way and get to Joe because he seems like a pretty fun fella. But here is the top 10 dad joke of, I guess, this week because I'm just picking them. So they're my top 10 dad jokes of the week. Number 10. Did you hear about the guy who invented the lifesaver? They say he made a mint. Number 9.
Do what?
I told my wife she should embrace her mistakes. She gave me a hug. Number 8. I wanted to buy some camo pants. I went in the store and I couldn't find any. Nope. Number 7.
Yep.
They was going to put a restaurant on the moon, but there was no atmosphere. Okay. Number 6. I'm writing a book about glue, but I got stuck on the first page.
Yeah. I bet you did. Man.
Number 5. Stop looking for the perfect match. Use a lighter. Or did you hear the rumor about butter? Well, I'm not going to spread it. Number 3. If 2 vegetarians get into an argument, is it still a beef? Number 2. I haven't spoken to my wife in 2 years. I think it would be rude to interrupt her. And the number 1, dad joke of the week. I have a clean conscience because I never used it.
Jeez.
There we go. Hey, Joe, how's it going, buddy?
Oh, gosh.
We're pretty seamless around here. You know, we just get done with the one right now. There's no introduction, and I just Joe, what's up, dude?
I'm still sitting here mad about this. Like, no, Anaconda's number 1 on that list.
We could go back there. I mean, this is your time. We could talk about anything you wish.
We'll go sideways into it. So one of the shoots we went and did, a friend of ours, he's got, about a mid-sized anaconda female, and she wouldn't bite, but man, she musked everywhere, and we were outdoors. It was horrible. Horrible. I'm like, dude, I'd rather just get bit. That at least goes away quicker.
Right. So
So
now you got to walk home with this big ass bite and stink. All right, well,
Ed Kamara's, and my wife was a smart one. She just went out and said, "No, I'm standing out here, so I'm not ready for a snake that big," and just gorgeous snake. And then she comes out. She was cool for a minute, and just all of a sudden says, "Nope, I'm not feeling it."
Come on.
I'm sitting here literally. I smell a lot of things. I had a nasty tegus have dropped some, and tortoises every time they get on a table. That's the first thing I want to do is take a poop. But man, that anaconda cut loose. I was like, oh shit.
You're like, that's a whole different situation there.
I've had dogs get hit by skunks, and this thing was right up there.
Yeah.
Ed's out here like a champ, just taking it. I'm just sitting here like going. Sitting here like, man, I can't unsmell this.
I don't know about that. I mean, the other day we was talking about stink bugs, and I don't mind the smell of stink bugs, but if you don't mind the smell of musk, I mean, I think that's weirder than stink bugs.
You got to use
Just
little cotton balls,
I mean, Cat,
with a little Vaseline on them.
Yep.
It's that little.
I thought some big mama garter snakes up here in Michigan were bad.
Casey?
Right.
No,
skunking the hell out of you.
Josh?
A lot of colubrids will skunk the hell out of you, more or less.
Oh man. So that's a fun thing. Like, out of all the stuff they're talking about getting bit by, milk snakes. 9 out of 10 of those little suckers will bite. It's nothing, but you're sitting here trying to take a shoot, and these little things are just jumping. You're like, come on, hold still a little bit.
That's cool. That's cool.
Right.
I'm like, be like every other little colubrid. Run away. Just try and zigzag. I can photo you while you're moving, but not when you're coming right at me.
Right. So, like, I'm going into this, like, figuring, because, I mean, I seen you on the Big Homie Breakdown. Shout out to Sean and Duval. But, I guess I didn't miss this side of you because it was about a lot of photography stuff. And now I'm seeing all this reptile stuff, and it's just like, well, we can sit here and shoot shit about reptiles all night. I love it. You know what I mean? But what was you into first, photography or reptiles? Like, what did you?
Reptiles.
What was your first love out of the two? I guess.
Probably reptiles. I mean, that was the first thing. Was back in the day before the internet and all that stuff. The gray in the beard and whatnot. You're in Michigan, so you get seasons up here, and you get frogs and you get snakes, and you go out and catch them as a kid, and you're like, these things are pretty cool, and you hear all these other parents and other kids are scared of them, and you're like, but why though? So then you just catch everything, and the upside of being in Michigan is you really don't have to worry about putting your hand somewhere you're not supposed to. I mean, the worst you're going to get is maybe a snapping turtle, but unless you're really dumb, that's not happening. You can catch all kinds of fun turtles, soft shell, hard shell turtles up here, and you'll learn all about them, go out fishing and hunting and all that stuff. And then ended up stumbling into photography a little bit at a time. Your grandma gives you one of those little old school Kodak, one-use disposable cameras. And, then you get a little Polaroid or something, and one little thing at a time, just kind of slowly arc you into it.
Yeah, right.
That's fucking awesome.
So the main question I had to you that I kind of wanted to get in about is, like, a lot of people don't know how to take good pictures of their snakes, including me. Like, sometimes they're good, sometimes they're bad, but I'm just like, there's a picture, it looks good. You know what I mean? What would help just like the normal person that don't know shit about photography? Like, what would help them get better pictures? Like, is lighting a big thing? I found out lighting is like a huge thing, like even from streaming, like I had no light. Now I got like 4 lights and I look so much clearer. So
the best question ever. And so this little guy right here.
Dang.
Oh yeah.
So now that I'm a complete shadow, there's a reason I did that. That right there is a cheap studio light at around $200.
Okay.
Constant lighting. So I don't use flash a ton. I've played with it a little bit. Some animals don't care. Some animals are gonna freak the shit out. So it's kind of trial and error sometimes. And I always worry about animals like, snakes that don't close their eyes, especially like albinos and stuff. Like that flash is instant. Like, am I going to harm that? Is that going to cause some neurological damage? So I'm really careful introducing that to certain critters. Constant lighting, I can see pretty much what they're doing. If they don't like the constant lighting, you watch that body language, how they act, what they do, and you can kind of say, okay, does this cause more harm than good? But with constant lighting here, I just spent $150, and now I can go and grab my Google Pixel, your Samsung, your new iPhone, and now that I've got this lighting, I can take a good morph market photo, a good photo for my website or my social media, and get quality out of it. That is going to matter more than I shoot a Nikon Z9. The body alone is like $5,500. It's got a lot of just intricate things that helps me as a photographer do what I want to do, but easier, right? You can tow a trailer down the road with a Honda Civic, but it's a lot nicer with a Ford F-350.
Come on.
That's what it comes down to. And how often are you going to do it? How much?
He said Ford. He must know what he's talking about.
So, I mean, it all comes down to that. Get what you need. And the other thing, because you went into lighting,
right?
There's different types of lighting, right? This LED, when I take pictures of Brazilian black tarantulas, it shows you all the white hairs on it.
See,
and the camera picks them up.
Okay.
You can't see them with your naked eye, but when that camera photo takes it, all of a sudden you get all these little gray hairs, and that thing looks like it aged 50 years.
Come on.
So I recommend everybody wanting to take morph market photos, take one outside at high noon. Just get that blown out photo look, right? Say, listen, I'm not doctoring these photos. Here's one at blown out high noon. All the color is going to be the most washed out it is, and label your photos, high noon outdoors. Then take one at like whatever sunset, getting close sunset, that golden hour everybody likes to talk about. Turn that down so you boom. And so now you're going to get an LED light that really helps bounce those colors up, brightens those colors, gives them kind of what they're going to look like indoors. And then, get them one at golden hour and then one at high noon out there. So now they get this true perspective of what this animal is going to look like.
Come on.
Nobody's arguing with you online like, oh, he bumped the contrast or messed the white balance or he hit, the HDR mode or hit a filter. And I can tell you, as a photographer, I can look at some and say, okay, yeah, you did something to that because the rest of the colors are off. But a lot of people can't, and that's where it gets dicey. But when you do 3 photos like that, now you say 1, 2, 3, and you can get that true picture of what that animal is going to look like. And you can do that all with your cell phone.
Right.
So what would you reference as like a good beginner camera for anybody if they wanted to go spend, say, like a $400 or $500 budget, maybe even a little lower, that they could get themselves into to start taking really good quality pictures? Would you suggest a Nikon or would you suggest a Sony? Like I do a Sony A7 III is what I'm on at right now.
So it's a one-word answer.
Okay.
Do not spend $400. Do not spend $500 on a camera.
Okay.
You're going to be disappointed. You'll waste your money.
Okay.
Use your cell phone.
Okay.
If you want to get a camera, get ready to drop no less than $1,000 on a body. Get a machine that's going to do what you want. Now I'm gonna go back to the truck reference because it's something everybody understands. There is nothing wrong with Honda, but you get a Honda Ridgeline and expect it to be a truck, you are going to be disappointed. You'll be trading it out for a Dodge, a Chevy, a Ford, 3/4 ton, 1 ton pickup. When you want a truck, right? Because a Honda Ridgeline is a nice SUV with a bed in it. It's not going to do what a truck does, and that's the same thing when you start spending those lower amounts. You're going to get something that does it, but you're going to be really disappointed. And the first thing you're going to say is like, man, my cell phone took better pictures than this.
Yep.
So we'll get into
It
something.
comes down to also once you get the body, lenses get expensive, which I know that for sure because I've got $1,000 lens and I got a $3,000 lens. So I know lenses get really expensive,
Yes, lenses get stupid expensive.
Yes. Real quick. The one that comes with the camera when you buy the body, it's shit. You don't want it anyways.
I ask people like, are you just going to share it on social media or do you want to print a photo? Do you want to print it larger than 8x10? When you get up to about 8x10 and larger, yeah, you need a real camera.
Yep.
But if you're just doing it for social media, I've got photos on my social media that you can't tell whether it's my camera or my phone because that picture's so small on everybody's cell phone, you can't see the difference in the grain. Now you blow them up big on a computer screen. Yeah, I can tell the difference.
You'll tell a big difference. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
But,
especially because also the file's written different, so it's even harder to read the file on sometimes, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
For some platforms that you're trying to put it on, more or less.
So file size, you get into file size. How big is that file from your phone versus your camera? There's a lot more information coming in from your camera. And that's where you get into the megapixels thing. The more megapixels, the larger the file size. So there's a whole rabbit hole going down into that.
Right.
But
right.
The more important thing to understand for everybody is sensor size, right? The sensor size in your camera is like maybe a 1/4 inch by a 1/4 inch ballpark. The sensor size in a normal full frame camera is like 1.5 inches, 2 inches by 1.5 inches, roughly. Much larger,
Hell yeah.
And then there's a couple other sensor size, what they call crop sensors in the camera world, but that I'll let them look up on YouTube to understand that a little bit more. But when you're going into a big camera, get a full frame. If you can help it, get a full frame. If not, you go to the next size down, what they call ASPC. So the bigger the sensor is, like the bigger bucket you have, you can hold more in it, and it allows you to capture more light at one shot at one time with less grain, less noise, less headache.
Heck yeah.
That being said, I shoot with the smallest and the normal size. I have an Olympus and a Nikon. There's a lot that goes into Olympus versus Nikon versus Canon when you go into the brands. They all make phenomenal cameras. I mean, it's like kind of drawn straws, pick which one actually ends up working. But you got to kind of look at what you want to shoot. If you want to shoot reptile photography, Canon's probably my least favorite. Nikon and Sony are probably my front runners, with Olympus right behind them. Olympus comes with some challenges, and I would tell most people, unless you want to do specifically macro, which is the only reason to really get into Olympus for reptile photography, doing those close-ups of like jumpers and snake eyes and stuff like that really helps. But the megapixels, right? So that's our next dance, because everybody always wants, they like, get me more megapixels. I want bigger. Bigger's right. Well, my Samsung drives me nuts, their marketing. It's 100 megapixels. And I'm like, okay, why is that bigger? And everybody's like, because it's more. More megapixels isn't always the best. So you're doing low light photography, less megapixels is better. It's going to be a less noisy photo. So, if you're going to shoot sports or low light, getting like a 24 megapixel camera is great. But if you're controlling the light like I do with that big light over there, or like my giant light box I take that shows with me, then yeah, I want more megapixels. Sony does like 61 right now for their big dog. Mine does 45. Anything 30 or over is great for reptile photography. Okay. Sony makes a nice one. It's kind of their all-around camera. They just upgraded to the A7 IV, which is awesome. I think they're, I have to go back and look, but I think they're somewhere between 2,500 and 3,000 retail. Prices are all going up, but it's a great all-around camera. But if you got monster mitts like mine, that camera sucks. They're small. Sony cameras are small. And so you're sitting here, you're holding it like this, and this is literally what it ends up looking like. And your fingers over here on your right hand are going to be, yep.
I deal with it with mine all the time. I have the A7 III, so I deal with mine as it is all the time when I'm sitting there. But my hands aren't great big, so it's not too bad.
I got bear paws, man.
I dealt with it all the time, for sure.
So I got that.
It's a good camera, though. I love
my hands don't look.
This is definitely the best camera I've ever bought, though. I definitely love this camera. For Sony, I definitely am very happy with it.
The A7 III was the gold standard for an all-around camera for, God, I don't even know over 5 years, which is unheard of.
Yep.
Sony set the standard in the mirrorless world. And that brings me to my next point. Go with mirrorless, not DSLR. Now, before everybody out there starts getting mad, like, my DSLR, yes, DSLRs will take amazing photos still. They're great. They're still relevant. They're awesome. But for the money, bump up to a mirrorless. You get more features, and that's the way the market's going. That's what's going to be in stock. You're not going to – the lens will start getting phased out for mirrorless. You'll get less options. And at the end of the day, you get into that shooting on auto versus shooting in manual mode. And DSLRs are what made everybody scared of manual mode. So when you look through most mirrorless cameras, what you see in manual mode is the photo you're going to get. So now you can sit there and adjust it and see exactly what it looks like. Mirrorless made cheat mode. It really dumbed down photography. It's amazing.
Come on.
So when you're doing something like animal photography, especially with going back to those crazy little colubrid babies that don't hold still for anything, having a nice autofocus with knowing exactly everything's right, and like, oh crap, click that button, got that shot. Now I know that, I'm not way too underexposed or way too overexposed. I already know what that photo is going to look like. Now all I got to do is just get it in focus.
Come on.
Right on.
So there's
we're about halfway through the hour. We're going to play some videos and pay some bills. And then when we come back, Stan's going to give us a U.S. ARC report if there is any, and we'll finish up with some more questions.
Epic is back, bringing you experts in snakes, geckos, frogs, and spiders, and more of your favorite content creators. This exotic pet conference is free, and it's all online. Emily from Snake Discovery will be delivering our keynote address. You won't want to miss this event. Mark your calendars for September 27th at 1 p.m. Eastern. With 17 sessions across 4 tracks, Epic is the largest, most comprehensive event of its kind. Visit epic.live to see the schedule, our guest list, and more details. See you.
Vision Products has developed the slotted stainless steel Versa Rack, the best rack at the best price. The slotted stainless steel Versa Rack allows you to place multiple overhead light and heat sources above your breeding tubs. Couple this with optional Vision heat cables to also provide an underbelly heat source. Each pin of the rack design, making it modular, affordable, and easy to assemble. This design avoids expensive welding, yet maintains rigid strength and durability. Countless hours of design and prototyping led to the perfect end plate design to make the rack strong, easy to assemble, and keep manufacturing and shipping costs low.
And that's www. So you got a bigger Chuchi? Come on.
You call him Choochie.
Choochie. Stan, is there anything going on with USARK?
So Southern Hognose U.S. Fish and Wildlife has proposed a list for Southern Hognose as threatened species under the Endangered Species Act.
Okay.
So faces serious threats for habitat loss and and result of land, them taking the land. So looks like they're going to be a threatened species. I don't think too many people work Southern hognose, do they? Most people do the Easterns, right?
Eastern or Western. What's up, Chooch?
What's up, Chuchi?
What's up, Kurt?
You got Sean, too.
What's up, Sean?
What up, homie?
I think they're also going to make a designated herp for Colorado, so I'm keeping my eye on the ruling for that.
Okay.
That's going to be in Colorado parks where you'll be able to do it in wildlife.
Right. So Kat had a question for you, Joe. Then you get back up here. That what if you would have a very iridescent animal? How would you go about using in that situation?
So
what would you go about using?
Whether you're talking like a tarantula or whether you're talking a snake. Snakes, if you want to get the iridescence, then you got to find the light that bumps that iridescence up. Usually natural sunlight is the best. So sometimes I've seen what you do is you get like a light amount of UV light, a light amount of black light, while you push the other, like my big light back there to kind of pop it. But the easiest way, honestly, is just take it outside and let Mother Nature do what it does, because that's perfectly designed for what it is. Now, tarantulas, typically, you want to either take it out or you want to add it a bunch. I haven't seen too many people want to push that much more than using like an ultraviolet light. And then you see all the cool colors on there, which is pretty simply just get a really big one, put it overhead, and then just take a photo, start getting your exposure dialed in just right, because each tarantula, you're just going to have to keep tweaking that exposure just a touch to get it to that point you want it, because fixing iridescence in post-production is really hard. I've done a bunch of different boas and retics and stuff where you can see iridescence and sometimes the camera can't. Sometimes the camera can see it and you can't. So, and that is one of the few things that is truly tough to gauge until you take a bunch of shots. And honestly, a lot of times what I do, if I'm not in the studio, is I just start messing with my exposure and start taking a bunch of different ones and just going, come on.
Right. Come on.
But natural sunlight works the best, in all honesty.
Hell yeah. So would you say
kind of good, Justin?
I would say you got any tricks with the phone, more or less, that you could give the audience? I know a lot of people in the audience are probably, I know, use my phone for it still, even though I got a camera, I still use my phone a bunch. Got any tricks on the phone that you could give people out there, like info on that, like, maybe you could do with the phone when you're taking pictures? Like,
heck yeah. This is my favorite one. So let's see. I don't know if you can see it on there. So see that little, when you pull up your camera there, you get the little telephoto area where it tells you how zoomed in you want to be. And you got that one down there, 0.5, right? Wide angle. Okay. That is like the most underutilized tool. You want to get a really cool photo, you turn on that 0.5, and then so instead of standing way back to try and get a panoramic view, which is what everybody uses for,
wow.
Use that 0.5 as a close-up. You know, and so kick on a couple lights here so you can see a little bit better. So if I'm taking a photo of this right here, instead of taking it straight on where I'm locked out like that, I'm going to zoom in and I'm going to start moving that around to get a neat angle, get a different perspective.
That's pretty cool.
I took my wife out here not too long ago at a Civil War reenactment, and they had, before the cannons were all loaded, went out there, took pictures of cannons, and I told her, I said, don't shoot from way back here. I get right up to the edge of that cannon on wide angle. And now all of a sudden you can start tilting that camera and finding that angle that really gives us the cool perspective. I mean,
That's pretty cool.
Thing, it's a deadly thing, something to be feared on the battlefield, right? So you come up there with a wide angle lens and you're like inches away from that and you're catching all that light shining in there and you get the cool rifling in there. I mean, and all you see in this photo is this giant mouth of a cannon. That thing looks expressive, looks pissed, looks scary.
That's sweet. That's sweet.
Yeah, like I just did that on my phone when you was explaining it. Took it real quick and went to 0.5/1. It was real simple to get to. You just get to your camera and it's right there somewhere, like in the middle. And that made a big difference. Just like from what I was looking at on my phone of this, my table, like I could see the whole thing from right here. You know what I mean? Like, so that, I could see where that's going to help me just in that right there. That was an awesome question.
So go just like this. Now look at it. That's product photo right there. If it was in focus.
Yep.
You blur out the background, and that's how you're selling that remote.
Yep.
Coincidentally, if you like cars, it's all how you take car photos. You go up to a corner, and you shoot kind of on a wide angle real close, and you're catching that grill and that side of that car, that hood sloping up.
Come on. I like it.
Animals are no different.
Yeah, that's going to make my pictures look better just like that right there. Like, I mean.
So get your pythons out. When they start coming at you, put that phone down there. Let them crawl right up to that lens because some of them pythons are super curious. And just start taking little photos real quick as they move around there. You'd be amazed what you get.
Come on. That's pretty sweet. Yeah. Now, so what light is that you have back there hanging from the ceiling? You said it was like only a couple $100. What brand is that?
I would have to look. It is a cheap Amazon one.
Okay.
You can go and spend a lot of money on like Godox. Godox is like one of the names. I've had about 50-50 luck on them. Had some delivered brand new that didn't work.
Okay.
Same thing with the flash before. So I just started saying the heck with it. I'm going to save myself and go a quarter of the price and get cheap lights in. If that's how it's going to go.
You're damn right.
Newer is another company. You can see NEEWER on my hood there.
Okay.
I have bought a bunch of different cheap lights, and I would say that overall, I've been pretty happy with a lot of the cheaper lights.
No, I really like that. How even you have the little switch to it. Like, that's badass.
Yeah.
Like, that is sweet.
That's a great point. So this remote here goes to that. It is a game changer when you're working with animals. Andy Whitaker from 8 Legs, Fangs and Things, we did a bunch of his hot snakes down here. We had a couple puff adders, some gaboon vipers, little baby copperhead, little baby rattlesnake down here. And it is nice to be able to not have to reach up over my safety glass and have to alter that. I can just click. So it made it much safer. I could stay behind my I built a nice big acrylic safety shield to sit behind so I could, with a little hole in it so I could get up real close to take photos if I wanted to.
That's cool.
Those newer lights work pretty good. That's all I'm using right here.
Yep.
I just got one newer LED. I had a couple of them, and that you can adjust it. Just mine isn't remote, but it's also a battery option. Like if I don't have power, I can just plug the battery onto it.
Yep. I've had pretty good luck with newer products, and with the other one, I want to say it's Ulani. It's like ULANI, something like that. You'll see them pretty prevalent on Amazon. I've had really good luck with those, and they're significantly cheaper typically.
Yeah, these ones when I got them came with the tripods and everything with them. So I was like, that.
Come on.
I mean, it's not even turned all the way up. If I turn it all the way up, it'll look like the sun's shining in here. I mean, it would make a hella grow light. I'm not gonna lie.
So that for people wanting photography, you don't have to spend $1 billion. I know it's Chris. Thanks, Chris. He just said it on there. Ulanzi. Yep, there it is. He knows his stuff.
Come on.
And I noticed he said in there earlier, like start out with cell phones. I go back to that. Yeah, like I said, what camera to get. Don't work with your cell phone until you can't get anymore. Master the first tool. Get that. Like I said, I can take some great photos with my cell phone. Just learning how to operate that unit. After that, you know. So this is inaural. See if we could get that in there. That's backwards. This is like on sale, about a $250 tripod. The fancy version that all the big names use is called Gizzo from Italy. Add about $1,000 to it.
Yeah. For the name.
No, this holds 60 some odd pounds. The other one holds about 60 some odd pounds. The same price. I don't know, man. I ain't rich.
Hell
Yeah,
no.
right?
Here I can use.
Save money somewhere in today's world.
Damn right. Damn right. So that shit adds up for sure.
I know all of my reptile friends that got a lot of money invested in their critters and don't need to be dropping like extra money on stuff that they don't need.
Mhm.
Absolutely. I mean, I was just looking at Amazon. I mean, it's probably not the name brand, but you could buy a light similar to that for like $50. You know what I mean? Of an off brand. So I mean, that's with a remote and everything. So I mean, it's fairly inexpensive to do little tricks to make your snakes look better. And I was acting like Cat tonight. I wrote a bunch of stuff down. I took notes on tonight's episode because that's like the one side of this that I suck at the most. So maybe I might not suck as bad.
So, you know, the other big thing that everybody thinks they know, but they don't really pay attention to is patience. Patience with the animals. And sometimes you just got to give up and say, listen, today's not the day.
Yep, put
This
them back in the
animal's
drawer.
stressed out.
Back in the
I'm not doing anything for it. All I'm doing is possibly messing with its health, you know?
Right.
And you gotta look and say, all right, Andy from 8 Legs there, him and I started shooting together quite a bit. You know, he brought the animals and I brought the camera, and he helped me learn. Like when I first got around tarantulas, like I don't dislike them, but I don't necessarily know that I like them because I really didn't understand them. I didn't understand their body language. Are you happy? Are you mad? And the minute I started to really grasp, like, oh, that's an angry one. Oh, that's a relaxed one. Okay, what can I do to make it like relaxed? What did I do in that moment to get you to relax? Fortunately, some animals just aren't going to in those situations. I do a majority of my photography at reptile expos in basically a mobile studio. So pretty much the most stressful situation those animals can imagine. Getting brought to a show, getting pulled out of a show after a whole bunch of people walk around and like every vendor in the world knows, getting tapped on the lid saying, does it bite?
Right.
And, then they come and get shoved into big hairy giant's hands and put into a big old bright box. So, you know, simple things like instead of just sometimes with animals that are stressed out, you know, maybe lower the lights first and slowly bring them up. Don't just slam them into the brightest room possible. Sometimes I've just figured it out like, all right, I'm going to shoot it underexposed because the light's stressing you out, and I'll do what I can in post-production and see what I get.
Come on.
Right.
I mean, doing photography sometimes for me is you know, like it used to be with hunting. You want that trophy, right? You want that 20-pointer up on the wall, right? Well, the same in photography, you know, same as like I used to do bass fishing. You want that wall mount one. You want that monster. Well, you want that best pop, that ultimate photo. And sometimes you have to say, listen, ego, take a break. This animal gets first dibs on what's going on today. It gets to choose its day. So if it's not having a good day, you get what you get, and you're gonna have to go home with that and be happy that you got to do something with an animal today and get paid. So,
right, absolutely. See, I'm always just like open the drawer, take it out, sit there, take a couple pictures, put it back in the drawer, and shut it. So, I mean, it's going to be a little bit more than that now. I mean, I have lighting here that I can make things work. I just need the right place for it. And I got a place figured out. I think I'm going to be good. I'm going to do something tomorrow, and I'm going to send you the pictures, and I want you to critique it. What can I do better?
Yeah. I tell you what, you want to learn patience? Get out a well-handled retic. Any size, doesn't matter, baby to adult. Any well-handled retic that's been out and handled by its keeper, that thing's not going to hold still for forever. You're going to be sitting there for about a half hour letting that guy explore and do its thing, and then you're going to get about 30 seconds to a minute and a half to get some cool photos, and then it's going to be like, all right, we're going again.
Right.
Those animals have taught me more patience than anything, more than the ones that want to bite me, more than anything else.
Hey, I'm sure some of them, hot models out there aren't the easiest to work with either. You know what I mean? I'm sure they need a break too.
Right?
Jesus.
They're probably harder to work with than the snakes.
Oh man, people are definitely way harder to work with. I'll take animals and toddlers and newborns any day. Why? Because you just let them do them, and you take the photos.
Right.
You can redirect a little bit, but you can never pose them. You can't get them to typically do what you want. Every once in a while, you get an animal that's so chill that you can do something amazing like that. But most times, you're along for the ride and just trying to capture what you can capture.
Then I'm sure you get some people that are like robots out there. You're like, no, just pose, be natural, and they're just like stiff,
Oh, Kat, I see you.
So Kat asked another question. What challenging animal do you wish to take pictures of?
Oh, she already knows she's cheating. I already told her before. David Bowie. Everybody that gets one, you don't see them a lot around, and everybody that gets one's really nervous about letting one out because they are fast. They're so fast. But I want to get one of those and get some good photos because they're amazingly beautiful. Probably my next one is I would like to get an underwater rig set up for my camera. Those are about $2 to $3 grand, and I want to do some turtle photography. We're getting down in the water with them, and at that kind of get that different level, change the way it looks, get them in their own element. I don't think a lot of people really
don't like turtles.
Right? No, that'd be freaking dope. Get some really cool, like turtle pictures and stuff.
Yeah.
What about sharks?
I wouldn't mind sharks.
I mean, as long as I was in a cage, I'd get down there with a camera and
So there's sharks and there's sharks. Like, we talking great whites? Well, that's a different critter. I mean,
I'm not going to sit there and let that thing just eat me. It's going to get a thumb in the eye or something. Like, it's going to get in there, and I think it's going to fail me. If I'm going to die, it's going to have one less eye.
Oh, I'm thinking, quite honestly, if I was doing one of those, I'd skip the cages those guys make, and I'm doing a big acrylic box down at the bottom. I'm going to be on the bottom of the water. Those cages, they've already had too many of those fail on people.
End up with a shark in the cage.
We can do that with Sobek too someday. I'm sure you understand that.
Portugal,
alligator.
5 killer whales in Portugal capsized 2 sailboats.
Yep.
One had 12 people on it, and one had I think 6 or 8.
Oh wow!
But they didn't do nothing to the people. They wound up destroying the sailboats. But it was 5 of them, so they said they were feeling like they were in a feeding frenzy, but they just destroyed the sailboats, and rescue or lifeguards or whatever wind up picking up the people in their boat and getting out of there.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I was like, man,
y'all
could have looked like seals to them in that water,
Mm-hmm.
Oddly enough,
that's kind of how they do the seals. Yet. They'll get seals in a pack on an iceberg, and then just go around it and get a current going, and then one of them hit it with their tails so it flips the iceberg up, and they just slide off.
Yep.
They're crazy. Them animals, they hunt.
It's like you see the people out there on the paddle boards with the killer whales right there by them.
No.
There's no way in hell chance.
I'll take a hard pass.
That could take your like. I'd rather be in the water with some sharks than I'd rather be in the water with an orca. I hate to tell you, you know.
I mean, that thing's big enough; it could jump out of the water and land on the backside of your boat and tip it. And then you're done. You're just a swallow.
The orcas don't bother me as much because they still don't have any true reported issues with them actually hurting people yet. You know, on purpose. You know, anything's been incidental, like when they broke up that boat. You know, people just getting busted up because of an incidental contact, but nothing on purpose. Sharks aren't quite as smart.
Right.
And, you know, they're just feed mode, you know? So those
Everything
guys, you know.
is food. Everything is food.
I'm going to eat.
Yeah, I things like bull sharks, tiger sharks, great whites, and a few others, you're like, all right, you know, I'm going to be pretty careful. Hammerheads.
Yep. Oh, hammerheads are aggravating as hell. Hammerheads are aggravating as hell. And I deal with like the little bull sharks as well. Like I'll go out weight fishing and I'll have the bulls run up on me and I'll take the fishing pole and just bab at them real quick. It's like I'm running up on them. I'll just take off in a little circle, you know, but they're not no huge ass. You're talking 4 or 5 footers. You're not talking nothing great big, you know. For sure.
That thing
Crazy
will take a chunk out.
Florida doing the tarpon fishing.
Yeah, I'm in Florida, so that's pretty much, you know, we do this crazy shit down here, gators and all, you know.
Like here, let me stick my hand in the water with these big old hammerheads trying to eat them.
Yep.
You got a lot of dudes named Stumpy and Lefty down there, don't you?
What Stumpy you're talking about?
I will tell you, the hammerheads are relentless. So, like, you would think out of a lot of sharks, I will tell you, the hammerheads are relentless. And, like I even have buddies out there in kayaks where their hammerheads are just fucking with them on the kayaks constantly. And it's like, what the hell, you know, and they won't go away until you just get out of the water, more or less, or just keep going about your day. But, yeah, the hammerheads can be relentless for sure.
I'm not going on the ocean with a kayak. Like, no.
Well, that's
no
not
canoe,
even.
Kayak,
You're talking, you know, inshore more or less. You know, like in the intercoastal, more or less. The intercoastal is more or less what they're at.
Next year, Ken and James out there in
offshore
in a pedal one. They're in a pedal boat.
He wanted to cross. He wanted to go out to that island in Daytona with a little blow-up boat, like an air-blown boat. He wanted to paddle, and like you could just see the current out there running. Like he would have started here and ended up a mile down, you know, stream down that inlet. He might have made it to that island because it was pretty long, but he wouldn't have went straight across. That guy don't think much. He just he just goes, and I mean, God love him, but I wish he'd stop and think for sure.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one, Ken. I wouldn't be taking no inflatable boat on water that big.
Hell no.
I mean, I pictured, like, I had my phone ready to call 911 and everything else. Thank God some dude come walking across the field and said, "Hey, you ain't supposed to be in here. Get out of here." It saved his life. I mean, he might not have died. Something bad was about to happen.
He don't know it, but there's a big old gator in there about to fucking chomp his ass up is what's about to happen. What you can't see out there is underneath the water just chilling when you're about to just take a dip in there.
What's that plastic boat going to stop? I mean, you know there had to be, I mean, it's Daytona. That's far up enough the coast. You know there's some sharks out there. There might even be whales out in that spot. Come up and just one swallow. You're done.
Yeah. You got New Smyrna that's not too far from there, so you definitely got plenty of sharks.
New Smyrna is right next to Daytona, bro.
Yep, it's right there. You can't even swim in New Smyrna. You'd be getting bit at the ankles real quick.
So let me think where that was.
All the offshore fishing, and then they chum out there too damn much, and that's what's drawing all of them. And then it's now turned into a breeding ground for all of them that come yearly right there. So this is a whole feeding frenzy of sharks right there.
So do you know where we was last year? Like where the Airbnb was at last year?
Mm-hmm.
So if you go down, like before you get to the Ocean Center, it was about halfway. He made a left, and then we made another left and was on a road that was like going right next to the bay. You know what I mean? Like, then there was land over there, and then we found a spot to pull in. So he was trying to go across from like Daytona Island to like the mainland, like wherever, somewhere in that stretch. That was like 5 blocks away from last year's Airbnb.
Oh,
And
he's
we
crazy.
went in there, and that's where that dude yelled at us at.
He's crazy.
So I mean, it was like an inlet to an ocean. He I don't know if
So
he
said,
survived it.
if it was an inlet to the ocean, you know, like a runoff, there's probably 9 times out of 10 a couple of gators chilling in there. You know what I'm saying? It's probably why the guy was yelling at him, like, "Hey, don't get in that water! Like you're gonna get eaten, man."
This isn't the movies. You go under,
Yeah.
I ain't saving you.
Y'all got to come up to
It-
Michigan. Don't you? You can get in the
No,
water. ain't
we've
nothing
already
to eat
been
you.
up there, but I don't. He has friends
You
up in
get
Michigan,
cold.
but I don't. It's safe to say they don't live near the water. We'll say that.
I tell people, like, you come from up north, don't let your
Well,
dogs just walk
He
around.
isn't
eating
that
all
far
of
to
it.
Michigan. I mean, he's already in Pittsburgh, so he ain't that far.
Tell you
Well,
what,
I mean,
you might get a 50-inch muskie or a 6-foot sturgeon or something, but just get a little nibble. You ain't gonna lose your limb.
he
Come
goes
on.
fishing on like the Ohio, the Yauk, or the Mon. I don't know which one it is, but right there in Pittsburgh, where Three Rivers, he lives like not far from that outlet. So he goes fishing on one of them rivers, in Pittsburgh quite often. And he goes to Lake Pymatumi, which it's up near Erie. And I think Lake Pymatumi is like something that Erie flows into. So it's no small lake. It's a pretty big one.
Yeah.
So, and he has a boat. So he's used to water, but I just don't think he's thinking this is the ocean. This ain't no pond. You know?
He's not understanding that there's things out there that can get you.
I'm
It'll
telling
get you
up
hard
north,
enough
gotta
to where
worry
you don't
about
come
that
back.
Yeah. You ain't fighting that one, buddy. You ain't Rambo.
No, he's Tarzan. He's not Rambo.
That's why I said you ain't Rambo.
Jungle James.
Well, dang, Joe, we went right in that hour. It blew by. Well, we're going to start shutting things down, but we're going to have you back on sometime because, I mean, or go on Nick's show. We'll definitely have to continue this conversation.
Sure.
Or
Would you like
advance
one
it
pro
to someone.
tip before we go?
No,
Fun.
you'll have your moment. You'll have your chance. That's what I was going to say. Shout everything out. Anything else that we didn't tell you or ask, this is now the time to get on out there.
So the most important pro tip I can give to anybody wanting to do reptile photography, if you're going to be using a real camera, you touch the animals with your left hand because they only make the clicky clicks on the camera for your right hand.
All right.
Bitey hand, shooty hand.
Come on.
I ain't kidding, man. There ain't nothing worse than bleeding on your camera.
I got it. Righty hand, shooty hand. All right.
Yep.
Right,
Now you gotta write that one down.
Even when I got to do something dangerous, like, all right, left hand is tending to take one more for the team.
Well, I'm right-handed anyway, so I'm always like, doing something dangerous with my left hand. I got so many cuts, nicks, chunks of skin missing out of my left hand. If I ever get to meet you, I'll show them all. It's pretty bad.
I'm left-handed, so it comes natural for me. So it's already, it's harder for me to actually work the camera with my other hand.
You want to tell everyone how they can get a hold of you, Joe? Like, if they have any questions or anything?
Yeah. So we got Jay Fishman Photography
Come on.
right there. You can find us on Instagram and Facebook. We're slowly rolling out a little bit of YouTube and a little bit of TikTok. Still kind of wading into that video stuff. We like stills photos better, and we're starting to get some video stuff out there. But yeah, Instagram and Facebook, best place to get a hold of us.
Right on. I just dropped his IG in the chat for anyone who's interested. You want to start closing us down, Justin?
I can tell everybody, speed humps in the road. Keep your head up. Keep your head held high. Don't bring your head down because they bring your head down, they brings you down. Just keep on pushing. And like always, thanks to Chats for coming out. And Joe, it was definitely nice meeting you. Learning some cool ass photography stuff. That was for damn sure. Definitely, I learned some pretty cool shit today, so that was actually pretty awesome. So, Definitely, thank you. I'm pretty sure we're gonna have you on again, so we'll definitely be seeing you again for sure. So,
heck yeah, anytime.
For sure.
you guys stay.
You know me. Support that U.S. ARC, baby. One team, one fight. Strength in numbers. You know, and rocking that red line, supporting Robin. So if
Robin's
y'all need
awesome.
anything, shipped, y'all know who to hit up. Hit up Robin. Thanks
on.
everybody for spending your time with us tonight. So we really appreciate it. You know, as always. And Joe, thank you for coming on. Thanks for the pro tips. I appreciate that. I was checking it out, and I can't wait to see some more of you coming out. So appreciate you coming on tonight.
Double shout out to Robin at Redline. They run Reptile Report. Without them, we really wouldn't have a whole photography thing for the exotics out there. Huge supporter of the photographers, so we love him.
Nice.
Come on.
Right on. All right. Well, Thursday we'll be on the RWO channel. Since we're not bouncing around anymore, we're on the RWO channel. Please go like, follow, subscribe, share that out. Get them numbers out there. We appreciate all you guys. You know, you got to shoot for that moon, because even you miss, you'll be amongst the stars. You know, stars ain't a bad place to be. I'd like to say, you know, look out for Epic. What up, Val?
What up, Val?
Epic's coming up in a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks. And you know how it is. Just go out there and share that RWO love. Get out there.
Come on.
We're going. Come on.